I competed in a natural bodybuilding show. It had me training hard in the gym, shedding body fat to single-digit %, and learning bodybuilding federation and competition class-specific poses. If I could go back in time to give myself some tips, this video would be it. Bodybuilding consists of 2 concurrent activities, training and nutrition. Let's start with training. The broad guidance is to train every major muscle group in your body twice a week. To accomplish this, there are several popular workout splits, including upper-lower, push-pull legs, and full body. I personally favor a variant of push-pull legs with plenty of volume for shoulders, back, and abdominals. Here are the exercises that I think maximize my stimulus to fatigue ratio. I programmed the following sets per exercise and varied the weight for 8 to 16 reps per set.
Initially, I thought that I absolutely must do certain exercises for certain muscle groups. Now, I think that as long as you're getting sufficient stimulus to the target muscle group, you're good to go.
For the intense compound exercises, like deadlifts, I would shoot for closer to 8 reps. And for the isolation exercises, like leg extensions, the target was closer to 16. Importantly, I was religious about high effort, going 1 to 2 reps short of technical failure on each and every set. Don't cheat yourself and go hard. My cardio was minimal. I walked on an incline treadmill before or after my weight training for 10 to 30 minutes, where the target was low-intensity fat burning rather than high-intensity cardiovascular training. This schedule had me in the gym 6 days a week for a little over an hour per day. Okay, including cardio, some days were closer to 1.5 hours. Additionally, while dieting, I tried to get at least 12,000 steps per day and overall increase my non-exercise activity by taking the stairs, biking to the gym, and lots of walks. So that's training. What about nutrition? In contrast to training, which stays consistent throughout bodybuilding prep, nutrition has 2 distinct phases, bulking and cutting. For people that have already been lifting weights for a couple of years, bulking and cutting is much more popular and effective than attempting to build muscle and lose fat at the same time. I've been training regularly for about a decade. Thus, feeling like I had a reasonable base of muscle, my bulk phase was relatively short at 8 weeks, and my cutting phase relatively long at 16 weeks. When bulking, you should be in a calorie surplus. When cutting, a calorie deficit. I aim to gain 1/4 to 0.5% of my body weight per week while bulking, and to lose 0.5 to 1% of my body weight per week while cutting. When starting the cutting phase, my rate was closer to 1%, and towards the end was closer to 0.5%. Because there are around 3,500 calories per pound of body tissue, it's a simple calculation to find your target weekly and daily calorie surplus or deficit. Then, given your target daily surplus or deficit, and an estimate of your total daily energy expenditure, you can find your target daily calories. For example, let's say that your goal is to lose 1 pound per week. This translates to a 500 calorie deficit each day. If your total daily energy expenditure is 2,500, then your target calories would be 2,000.
Calories are the most important factor in nutrition, but they're not the only consideration.
These calories should have a certain macronutrient distribution, meaning that you should target a specific amount of protein, fats, and carbohydrates. How should you set your macro targets? Here is a simple procedure, which is a reasonable starting point for both bulking and cutting. First, start with protein at 1 gram per pound of body weight. There are 4 calories per gram of protein. Then, for fats, add 0.4 grams per pound of body weight. There are 9 calories per gram of fat. Finally, add as many carbs as your calories allow. There are 4 calories per gram of carbs.
Don't obsess over finding your perfect calories and macros. Instead, weigh yourself daily under the same conditions and track your progress.
Your weight will fluctuate day to day, sometimes by pounds, but should follow a clear trend over time. If you're not gaining or losing weight at your target rate, increase or decrease your calories accordingly. It's that simple.
Specific food choices are up to you. That's right, you don't only need to eat chicken, rice, and broccoli during bodybuilding prep.
I recommend eating mostly or exclusively non-processed foods, which should cover your micronutrients. My number one bodybuilding tip is to eat voluminous, low-calorie foods that maximize feeling full. Examples are water-rich fruits like strawberries and watermelon, snackable veggies like carrots and celery, lean meats like chicken, and overall high-volume, low-calorie foods such as egg whites, popcorn, and 0% fat Greek yogurt. I had a lot of Greek yogurt. Bodybuilding introduced me to diet soda, which I think is a true guilt-free dieting hack.
Get creative with your foods. During prep, I created the Bubba Special, which is my go-to snack. It consists of
a caramel rice cake, 0% fat Greek yogurt, frozen blueberries, and fake sugar. What about supplements? I recommend creatine, just classic monohydrate is best, vitamin D, fish oil, and perhaps a multivitamin. When you initially start the bulking or cutting phase, it's essential to track your food with an app like MyFitnessPal or Chronometer to get an accurate picture of your calories and macros.
almost everyone drastically underestimates how many calories they consume. I certainly did.
Finally, an essential element of both training and recovery and proper nutrition is sleep. Good sleep is a non-negotiable for bodybuilding, and I was diligent to get at least 7 quality hours each night. The week before competition, you enter peak week, where you adjust your training and nutrition to best prepare for the big day. Training ramps down dramatically, effectively halving the sets for each workout. For nutrition, your diet is officially over during peak week, and your aim is to gain weight. Specifically, you substantially increase your carbohydrates to replenish your glycogen stores. The aim is to have a full look where your muscles can pop to their fullest extent.
Perhaps surprisingly, modern bodybuilding peak week guidance is to not reduce water or sodium.
A couple of days before my competition, I got a body fat test. It was a low-energy X-ray test called a DEXA scan, which estimated my body fat at 7.5%. Peak week is also the time to hone your poses, which are different for each competition federation and bodybuilding class. I competed in men's physique, which features only 4 poses: front, left side, back, and right side. The ideal men's physique competitor should be the shape of a Dorito chip with broad shoulders and a thin, well-defined waist. All competitors get a spray tan to help their muscles show under the strong competition lights. If the goal of men's physique bodybuilding is to be the shape of a Dorito chip, the spray tan's goal is to be the color of a Dorito chip. In this video, I've just scratched the surface of the iceberg that is bodybuilding guidance. Adjustments can, and likely should, be made to maximize individual results. Further, I'm no expert, and some of my tips may be off. Fortunately, there is a ton of excellent bodybuilding information out there. My top 3 bodybuilding YouTubers are Jeff Nippard, Petruvian Physique, and my boy Dr. Mike Israetel of Renaissance Periodization. So how did the bodybuilding competition go? Well, I actually did 2 competitions separated by 3 weeks. In the first show, I got dead last, placing 5th out of 5 open men's physique competitors. In the second show, being sure to incorporate some feedback, I did a bit better, placing 4th out of 5 competitors in open men's physique tall. Both competitions were a blast, and it was a pleasure to rub elbows with such fun and welcoming people.
Bodybuilding is challenging. By embracing the challenge, I believe that we establish deeper reservoirs of discipline, resilience, and humility that extend beyond the competition stage to other areas of life.
Like any challenging, long-term endeavor, the hardest aspect is often getting started. If you think that competing is something that you want to do, I encourage a mindset I first heard from actor Peter Dinklage. He said, "Don't wait until they tell you you are ready. The world might say that you are not allowed to, yet." I waited a long time out in the world before I gave myself permission to fail. Please, don't even bother asking. Don't bother telling the world you are ready. Show it. Do it.